Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Kanisha. Today I'm here to talk about the first episode of Warrior Nun. I've heard some good things about the show, and I figured it's finally time to watch it, and now it's time to discuss it. Let's get to it. Alright, Season 1, Episode 1. This is a really clever start to a series. One of the things that's really interesting about it to me is that normally when you get introduced to a main character, you see them in their daily life. Maybe it's a series about school or work or whatever. So you get to meet them and spend a few days with them. I've watched a few anime where you spend several episodes with the main character and you learn about, what they want to do, what the series is about. And actually a few episodes into the series, they die and then come back. So I think this is really clever for this show to begin with the audience meeting the main character and they're dead. I thought that was brilliant, really strong, very memorable. So love that. And so we meet Ava, who is dead. She comes back. And a few minutes into this episode, I realized that we're going to get a chosen one type of story. And while I was watching it, I was wondering, is she going to be Harry Potter or the Avatar? So Harry Potter, he is the one and only. The Avatar, on the other hand, there are multiple of them with, very unique abilities. And for Ava, I'm leaning toward she's gonna be an Avatar-esque figure, especially with the resurrection that happens. She has special powers. Let's get into the halo of it all. So this idea about the halo is really cool, and I actually wonder if there are more than one. Halos are attached to angels, or I don't know, significant to angels. I don't know how to word it exactly, but halos and angels go together. So I wonder, I just feel like there's got to be more than one halo. And I would really love to see that there are actually more than one. I think that would be really cool. It could be fun to meet all these other kinds of people or special people who are also like Ava. But yeah, if there's only one, fine. It'd be cool to see that anyways. So, cool if there are more than one, but doesn't have to be. I wonder if we'll actually get to see how this halo that Ava has ended up at the church. Somehow Shannon got it. I presume that there's maybe a long line of other warrior nuns that also had the halo. So yeah, I hope we get to see that. I'm interested to see how that happened, but it's probably not that important to the story that's gonna be happening right now. So okay, if it doesn't happen, so be it. But, yeah, I would like to see it. Okay. And I also wonder, since Shannon had it previously, and now Ava has it, I wonder actually how their power sets are similar. I feel like Ava is a special person, like the Avatar, and I feel like her abilities maybe are greater than whatever Shannon was able to do. No idea if we'll actually be able to get some flashbacks and see how Shannon was able to fight or use the halo powers. But yeah, I'm actually leaning towards Ava probably will have more powers than Shannon had when she had the halo. But I just feel like, yeah, Ava is a super special person, and then we'll learn about how her abilities with the halo are going to be different than anybody that's ever come before. and maybe different from like the most recent warrior nuns to have the halo. Again, with the halo powers, like, I wonder, we'll probably figure this all out eventually later on, but I'm pretty sure that Ava is also an Avatar-esque figure because she has greater powers than what Shannon was able to do with the halo powers. We see her get hit by that van, so she's maybe a little indestructible. Maybe, well, we did see that she has like healing abilities. We saw the super strength in that bar, and she knocked over that guy. What else? She has ghost powers somehow or something. She like got hit by the van and flew through a store. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, I feel like because Ava is more special, that she'll just have better abilities. And I mean, I guess gotta mention that another incredible power that she has is she was dead and got resurrected. Probably should have mentioned that first, but yeah, that's definitely an indication that she is something. Actually, here's a theory. I actually think that Ava is an angel, and the halo has been returned to its rightful owner. No idea. No idea if that's right. I could be totally off the mark, but I just feel like because she was resurrected, because I'm assuming she has more abilities than what Shannon was able to do with the halo, I just feel like she was an angel, or I thought maybe one of her parents was an angel, but I actually think that she used to be an angel. I don't know how that works, but I just feel like she was once an angel. But yeah. Oh, there was also when Ava reunited with Diego in the orphanage, there were some lines. I think Diego says something like, "Are you an angel, Ava?" And she responds, "I think so." And I think that the way that was worded, the way it was sort of performed, it's meant to be like 3 separate sentences. But I think if you like put it down on paper and looked at it, I think it's like a clue that Ava once was an angel or is currently an angel. Yeah, if you like rearrange the punctuation, like I feel like that's like a hint that she is a true angel. And again, like more powerful than what Shannon was able to do. I also think that since we see that Ava can be resurrected, I wonder if this maybe was not her first resurrection, or maybe won't be the last resurrection. There was also the flashes in the, like when in the sequence where she was going to be resurrected, there were flashes of like some images from, to me it looked like from the Crusades era from way back. And I wonder if maybe that was her in a past life or just from the past. But yeah, it's just something that came up in my mind. I wonder if I just don't feel like this is her first resurrection. So maybe she like for real is an angel. I don't know, but that's all really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to go, how she's going to learn to use her powers. Yeah, just excited to see how it goes. I also think that Father Vincent is going to let her keep the halo. I know that while they were trying to save, or I guess not save, but coming to terms with what was going to happen with Shannon, Lilith is next in line to get the halo. But Father Vincent is definitely going to let Ava keep it. And yeah, Lilith is not going to be happy about that. Maybe I'm supposed to think this, maybe not, but I feel like Lilith had something to do with Shannon's demise. Like, if Ava keeps that halo, she's got to watch her back, because Lilith got a knife with her name on it. There's somehow Lilith is involved with Shannon's death. And there's a couple things that led me to believe that. One of them was actually Shannon's dying words. She was telling Mary, like, don't trust. And then Mary acts who, and and then Shannon says anyone, but it cuts to Lilith. So, like, that's super suspicious. Also, later in the episode, Mary is reminiscing, having a flashback about Shannon. They have a conversation, and I think Mary mentions that they love Shannon, and Shannon looks over, and you see, I think it's Beatrice and Camilla, but no Lilith. So it's just like, it feels like that implies that Lilith is maybe not on the same page with Mary, Beatrice, and Camilla. Yeah, it's just not looking good for Lilith. I'm so suspicious of Lilith. I think she's guilty. I think she absolutely has something to do with Shannon's death. I don't know if it's first degree or second degree, but she's involved somehow in Shannon's death. And yeah, I also wonder if Beatrice, like, Lilith. Is Lilith really the one who set up the explosion with the divinium? Is she working with the Hell Beast? I have no idea, but it's all suspicious. She definitely had something to do with Shannon's death, and I would be absolutely shocked if she was, like, innocent. I can't see it right now, but there's a whole lot of episodes to come, so yeah, I could be totally wrong, but for now, I'm declaring Lilith guilty. And speaking of guilty, that nun who seems like I don't know if she's in charge of the orphanage, or I don't know, but that nun, I feel like she also killed Ava. We never got an explanation for how Ava was killed, and it's only the first episode, so there's still a lot of information for me to learn. But just based on this one episode, she's guilty too. Like, I can't fathom any other explanation. Like, it's gotta be her. Also, I wonder if there is actually a demon that is attached to that nun. I think Father Vincent said, like, describing the monsters from hell, he mentioned that the demons, like, feed off our souls and, like, push us to do evil. I think there's a demon that's attached to that nun and maybe fed on her hatred for Ava. I just think she's absolutely responsible too. I think I'm more certain that the nun killed Ava than I'm certain that Lilith had something to do with Shannon's death. I'm also declaring that nun guilty. And I think it's interesting that once Ava had the halo inside of her, she and that nun didn't cross paths. I mean, they weren't supposed to, but I feel like if Ava and the nun were ever close together in the same room, anything like that, I think Ava would see that there was a demon attached to the nun. I just feel it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Ava is going to be able to handle the demon stuff. Like the demon, I guess it's not really I guess it is a power. I feel like this is also a sign that Ava is an angel and not Shannon. Well, we don't actually know this with Shannon, but I'm guessing. Ava is able to see that red fog that signifies that a demon is near. And I think it's interesting that Ava and that nun weren't in the same room together, because I just feel certain that she would have seen it. And I wonder if any of the other warrior nuns can see that red fog. I'm guessing no. I just feel like that's something special with Ava. One of her special, like, I don't know, angel powers. I'm just gonna call her an angel for now. I don't know. I feel like they're pretty good signs. So yeah, I feel like that's just one of her special powers for being an angel. And I would love to actually see flashbacks of how Shannon was able to fight. I mean, that would definitely answer the questions I have about how they're different, having both had the halo, with them. So I'd love to see Shannon fight. I don't know if this is the kind of show that's going to do a lot of flashbacks. I'm looking forward to seeing the differences with Shannon and Ava. I hope Shannon isn't like gone forever. I mean, we just met her, and I mean, I'm not totally attached to her right now, but I don't know, we saw her die basically immediately. It would kind of be nice to see more of her alive. So I mean, I'd be into that. So I hope that's coming in future episodes. But yeah, I'd love to see like how. I just feel like it's got to be an angel power for Ava to see the red fog. Okay, also related to the demon stuff, the red fog and all that, it's strange to me that the demons can enter the church. I've seen some other shows where like the church is like hallowed ground, demons, monsters, whatever, can't cross into it. So I wonder if the church has ever tried like a salt barrier to keep demons out. Like that's something that's happened in Adventure Time. Also in the movie Hocus Pocus, like the witches can't cross the salt barrier. So I wonder if that's even possible in this show, in this like show universe. I feel like maybe it's worth a try. Or holy water. Like, could they put some holy water around the church? I don't know. That's weird. I thought it was weird that they could just go up in the church. Maybe try something. I don't know. Divinium? Would divinium work? I don't know. But yeah, I hope they figure something out. It's weird. I mean, maybe it's just like that in this show, but I don't know. Maybe try to figure something out. I don't know. Also, we learned at the end that the demons want the halo. I assume it's to destroy it. It would be kind of a twist if the demons could actually harness the power of the halo to do more evil or whatever it is that they want to do, suck people's souls. I don't know. Yeah, that would be a twist to me. If that's what the monsters, the hell beasts, wanted with it. But I assume they just want to destroy it. And that also, Like, also, that also kind of leads back to, is there only one halo? If there's one halo, then yeah, protecting this particular halo is like the most important thing that the warrior nuns in the church could ever do, I guess. And if the hell beasts destroy it, then maybe there's no one around to destroy the demons or send them back to hell or whatever it is. I can't decide if it would be better story-wise for there to only be one halo or multiple. I don't know. I like the idea of more than one halo, but I think having one halo raises the stakes. So maybe there's only one. I mean, it would be cool to learn about, okay, if the halos, going back to this, sorry, if the halos belong to angels and there's more than one halo, then there's more than one angel, and I would like to see more than one angel, and I don't know how their story is. I know this show seems to be about Ava, but I think I'd be interested, if there are more than one, I'd be interested to see how all the other angels are, what they can do with their halos. Are the halos like individualized? Maybe if there's more than one angel, then maybe they have different sorts of powers. I don't know. I think that could be cool. But if it's just about Ava, it's just about Ava, and that'll be cool too. I'm also curious about what divinium is and where it comes from. The name divinium makes me believe that it's sort of a heavenly object, heavenly, I don't know, gem, a rock. So it's weird, I think, that the divinium can kill the nuns, because it looked like Shannon got, I guess, hit with the explosive that had divinium in it. She had the shards in her torso. She was not gonna make it. So I just wonder, a name like divinium just leads me to believe that it could only harm any creatures that come from hell. But the fact that it also harms the nuns, I wonder if it also would harm just regular people. I wonder why it's called divinium. How is it different? Like, how are the properties of it different from any other rock or gem or whatever object that's on Earth? It's just weird that divinium could kill Shannon. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed in that, but it's not my show, so I guess I just have to live with it. But yeah, I would love to see actually where divinium comes from. I think Mary mentioned divinium was in the holy relics, but I would like to see how the divinium comes to exist. Is it something that exists in a blessed object? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'd like to find out how it works. I like to find out how do they know, like, how do they gather divinium? It looks like Shannon's sword was made of divinium because it was glowing blue, and there was blue stuff in her torso after the explosion. So it seemed like it was made of the same stuff. Looked like it was all made of divinium. Wonder where they get it. How do they make a sword out of it? Like, I'm kind of assuming it's a metal, but it feels like something that comes from heaven. And I'm really curious to see if we'll find out, like, the origins of divinium. I also wonder if, because of, or I guess in addition to Ava's angel powers, would the divinium kill her like it killed Shannon. I'm thinking, I mean, maybe it's a possibility, but I feel like because Ava is an angel, I'm just going to call it that until I learn more. I feel like because she's an angel, I feel like it shouldn't be the same, but it could be. I don't know what divinium is, where it comes from, so I guess it could. I don't want it to, but maybe it can. Maybe that's not something Ava can get around with her angel powers. Maybe divinium is something that kills the creatures from hell, and it kills angels. Maybe it's just like a supernatural element, and it can kill supernatural beings. I would love to know more. Maybe that's not important for this story, but it's something that I would love to see more about. Okay, now we got JC and his friends. I like them. They're pretty cool. But I'm concerned for their well-being and safety, because they're opportunists, that JC said. I'm worried that the demons will be able to feed off of them and make them do worse things. Yeah, I don't agree with what JC and his friends are doing. I would be mad as hell if, I had my own house and just random people were coming up in there and doing whatever they wanted. Yeah, I would absolutely hate that. But seems like these people with the giant mansion and 1,000 acres of property or whatever, they seem to absolutely not care whatsoever. It appears that they don't have any kind of security system, no alarms, no security cameras, no guards or gates or nothing. So they absolutely did not care. And I guess that's why JC and his friends think it's cool, but I don't agree with that. I would just hate it if it was my house. So anyway, but I guess JC and friends are gonna keep doing what they're doing, and it just makes me worried about them. We know that there are demons in this universe, and Father Vincent said that they feed off of people's souls. So I don't know what the rules about the feeding on people's souls is. Maybe the demons can just pick anyone. Maybe it's a certain kind of person. Maybe it's a person that is already doing some criminal activity. I don't know how that works, but I just feel like JC and his friends are gonna be in trouble, and demons are gonna come for them, and yeah, it's just not gonna end well for them. I also wonder, because we know that the Hell Beasts are looking for the halo, and Ava's got it. And if Ava is going to be spending a lot of time with JC and his friends, then clearly they're going to be in danger of the Hell Beasts getting to them. So yeah, I don't see anything good happening with JC and his friends. I hope they all make it to the end of the show. I hope nobody is harmed and doesn't appear again, but yeah, I'm just worried that something's gonna happen to them, and then Ava is gonna have to take them out. I hope that doesn't happen. They were cool people, just didn't like what they were doing either. But Ava needs some friends. She's she can't go back to be with Diego. So to have any friends it'll be good for her. But yeah, I'm worried. I think she's gonna eventually have to leave JC and his friends behind in whatever manner, and then, team up with the other warrior nuns. So yeah, JC and his friends, I just feel like they're not long for this world, unfortunately. Oh well. Okay, one of the last things I want to talk about is the episode title. So this is season 1, episode 1, Psalm chapter 46, verse 5. It's very fitting. I found the the Revised Standard Version Catholic edition of the translation, and it says, "God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God will help her right early." I think it's very, I guess funny. Funny is not the best word, but I think the translation is funny because it uses she, her pronouns. But actually, if you read the other verses, you'll learn that the chapter isn't actually about a person. It's about the city of God. And I think it's a great choice, really, to name it that and to have those pronouns in there, because they can also refer to Ava in the context of the show. And they just, it's like wordplay, I guess. And it's cool. It's a good title. Very good title. So, it's about time to wrap it up. So overall, I really like this episode. I love the start of it. I love that we're introduced to Ava and she's dead, but eventually, resurrects. I think that's a very clever and brilliant start to the show. There's plenty of mystery. I've had a lot of questions about how all of this works with the demons and the halo and all of that. So very good mystery. A lot of questions that I hope get answered, and I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by this show and by this start. I wouldn't say I'm like super excited about what's next. I'm just like kind of middle of the road. Like, yeah, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I would like to see, if any of my questions get answered. So I am looking forward to the next episode. And I also wonder when or if we're gonna get to see that there is some overarching story. Like, I imagine that there's gonna be some kind of apocalyptic event where the nuns and the beast have to fight each other, like a final battle kind of thing. So I wonder if we're gonna see that. If there's only one halo, then that's probably gonna happen soon. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens next. I think what I'm most excited about seeing in the next episode or soon, I'm really interested to see what is gonna make Ava go back to the church. Diego, in their reunion, he advised her to stay away from the people that experimented on her or zombified her or whatever. He had a bunch of different theories about what happened, but anyways, he said basically to stay away from whoever did this to you. And there's gonna be, she has to go back to the church and find out how to use her powers, what it all means. Something like that is, I feel like, inevitable. And I feel like there are really only two possible options that I see. And it's that Mary's gonna find her and drag her back to the church. I actually would love to see Ava try to fend off Mary. And yeah, it would be cool to see Ava try and use her powers on a regular human. So yeah, I mean, I think that would be a fun fight. But also, like, well, it would be a fun fight and probably like a crazy fight because Ava isn't trained, it seems. So it would kind of just be all emotional, no strategy, no tactics or technique or anything like that. So that'd be cool to see for me. So yeah, it could be Mary dragging her back, or like I mentioned earlier, I think something might happen with JC and his friends, and I think Ava's gonna decide that she needs to learn how to use her powers. Maybe she won't be able to save JC and his friends, and she might feel responsible or some kind of guilt over that, and then she'll want to go to the church and, you know, learn about the halo and all that stuff. Actually, she doesn't know that the halo is inside her, but she'll go to the church and learn about how to use the power she has to save people, because she maybe wasn't able to save JC and his friends. So I think seeing both would be really cool. I think it's possible that Ava is found by Mary and they fight, and maybe Ava is able to use enough of her powers where she can escape Mary. Again, love to see that fight. But I mean, I think both could happen. So she could escape from Mary, and then something happens with JC and his friends, and they end up, something bad happens to them, and so she decides to go to the church anyway. So both could happen. I'd love to see both. I don't know if both will actually happen, but I would love to see both happen. I think, like in a lot of stories, there's like this, something called a call to action or call to adventure. And in the, the hero's journey, that's the sort of story structure that happens with a lot of stories. So there's a call to adventure, and usually the hero refuses to call. So I think if the show is gonna do something similar, it'll be that Mary finds Ava, they fight, maybe Mary might plead with Ava to come with her. We need you in the help with the monsters, with the demons, but Ava will refuse. But then something will happen with JC and his friends. So I feel like that is a strong possibility for what might happen in the next 1 or 2 episodes. I'd really love to see like what it is. It might not be both. It might be something I couldn't have ever thought about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how exactly or why Ava's gonna get back with the church and join with them in the fight to destroy all the demons or send them back to hell, whatever it is. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's it for this video. Actually, okay, last thing before I go. Were you surprised that the demons could get into the church? I think that was the thing about this episode I found most like surprising or shocking. Just because I've seen other shows and movies where like the church is hallowed ground, demons, vampires, whatever, they can't enter. So let me know in the comments if you thought it was strange that the demons could get into the church. Okay. All right, that's it for this episode. Like I said, I'm looking forward to what happens next. Had a lot of questions. I'm looking forward to some answers. Thanks for watching. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this video. Before you go, I want to let you know that you don't have to wait a week to hear my thoughts on the next episode. You can click the link in the description and get access to watch my next video right now. I'm sure future me has great thoughts about the next episode, probably insightful and very witty. So don't wait. Click the link below to watch it now. I'll see you there.